We are officially in a bear market. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super quick update. So Jerome Powell is actually live and speaking about policy and interest rates. If you guys have not watched it, I would encourage you to take some time and kind of see his tone. Pretty much to summarize it, if you don't want to even watch it, he talks a lot about how it's too early to tell. So these analysts continue to ask him questions about what he thinks about the current tariffs, the trade war, and how the Federal Reserve plans to act. It's a very common sense question, right? But it is too early. He doesn't know how this is going to impact our overall economy. Therefore, they don't know how they're going to react, if they're going to be more aggressive or less aggressive when it comes down to future rate cuts. As of right now, he says that the Federal Reserve is in a good position because of where rates are currently at and how the economy is currently truly doing. So therefore, it's too early to tell is what I was able to summarize from this speech. The thing that I also found to be very important is how the market reacted when he did begin to speak. So if you guys did not see, NASDAQ market is down another 4% on the day, a lot of consolidation. And again, if you're beginning to trade into these later hours of the day, the market, in my opinion, for the day might be too oversold to try to continue to short. Now, again, this doesn't mean that the market can't continue to sell off. If you're asking the question, why is the market selling off? Very simple. So remember yesterday we talked about how the market was reacting to Trump and his, a series of tariffs that were announced to all these series of different countries. What we were saying was we also were expecting and waiting for these countries to respond. Well, one of these countries responded, and China retaliates with tariffs, and this drops the markets pretty hard. So for those that did not see, I want to pull it up here very quickly. Let me see. It says stock market worldwide are carrying even lower Friday after China matched President Donald Trump's big raise in tariffs in an escalating trade war. Not even a better than expected report on the U.S. job markets, which is usually an economic highlight for each month, was good enough to stop the slide. What they're referring to is, if you guys did not see, we had an unemployment rate being released. Unemployment rate was expected to be at 4.1%. We came in at 4.2%, so I actually don't see that to be better than what is expected. But what they're trying to highlight is the non-farm payrolls. We had an expectation of 137,000 jobs being added. 228,000 jobs were actually added through non-farm payrolls. But again, the market just doesn't care that much right now because the big focus is what is going on with, the specific trade war. This should not be a surprise. Again, if you're trying to make a very aggressive decision or trade as of right now, the market sentiment is bearish. And as long as this trade war is still present, market fear and market volatility should still be very present. So therefore, do not put yourself in a position in which that you cannot tolerate. Markets are not expected to recover out of nowhere all of a sudden right now. Things are unfortunately bad, right? There's fear in the market. Let the market sell off as much as they need to. What I was thinking of doing is, because markets have sold off so much already, and what did I say in the start of this video? The markets have officially entered, at least NASDAQ did, a bear market territory. So what that means is from previous all-time highs to where it is that we are right now. Right now we're right around 19.89%, but at one point today we were down 20% from previous all-time highs, meaning that we are officially in a bear market. This means that the markets have retraced at least 20% from previous all-time highs. That means some very valuable companies are down a pretty significant amount. Nvidia, Amazon, Nike, whatever it is that you plan to invest in, there was an idea that I shared with my LPP team that I was thinking about making a video today about the steps that I'm choosing to take to start getting invested as markets are selling off. And that's the part that excites me the most. There's someone that was commenting in my video yesterday. It's like, Ricky, why are you so happy that markets are selling off? Well, first off, I was shorting the markets as they were selling off day by day, right? I close out my short every single day. I know shorting is not for everyone. It does come at a greater form of risk. But as markets have been selling off, I've been enjoying it because I thought markets were overvalued. I voiced that on my channel. So as markets began to retrace, I've been taking my little piece of the pie as markets have been selling off. But the second reason is now I get to buy a lot of these very valuable companies at a much better deal. And that's the part that really excites me. So what I was thinking about doing is either today or tomorrow, I can upload a video on the specific steps that I'm choosing to take to get invested in the market during this downturn. It's not that I expect the market to recover anytime soon or even right now, but it's steps that we take now can prepare us for a better tomorrow. And that's the part that is the most exciting about all of this, is that, again, the only people that freak out during these market pullbacks are those that did not prepare. So yes, things are still uncertain. Things can definitely get worse before they get better. These countries are going to continue to negotiate to whoever knows how long, right? I don't know how long China and the US will go back and forth and what other countries are going to get involved, but expect there to be a lot of volatility. It was just 48 hours ago that Nike dumped. I don't know if you guys saw that. Nike dumped because of the tariffs that were going to be put into the country where, I think it's Taiwan, where Nike products are made. But then Taiwan negotiated with the US, and then now the US is thinking about reducing those tariffs. So what originally caused Nike to sell off like 14% has now caused Nike to recover 5%. So again, extreme volatility is present. Big negotiations are supposed to happen. Things are not going to just get better. They can also get worse. So again, do not put yourself in a position in which you cannot tolerate, but this is a very exciting time to at least be paying attention to the market and to create a plan of action and what you plan to invest in during these downturns to make money when markets recover. Because we all know one thing, markets always end up recovering long term. The simple question to ask yourself is, can you tolerate the time that it will take for the markets to recover? And the big stressor on that is, well, how much money are you investing into these given stocks too early that might not encourage you or motivate you to tolerate the stress that it might come with, right? So stay light, stay patient. Don't be too aggressive too early on, but don't be afraid, right? Create a plan of action, and really excited to follow up with that video. If you guys would like me to upload that video here on YouTube, all I literally ask you to do is smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, thank you again for everyone that tuned on into our live trading session today. If you ever want to tune on in and watch me trade live as soon as Monday, that's that second link in the description down below. So if markets are selling off or markets are recovering, you get to watch me trade live every morning. And again, second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.